Okay, here we are.
Well, hi.
Oh,
I'm ready for my close-up.
Poor Papa Pete had a computer crash on him. He couldn't get his video done.
Well, he just survived a nor'easter, so,
Yeah, how many? Didn't he have like 24 inches of snow or something?
Something like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
We got 4 today.
Yeah, and we're like, woo, we're snowed in.
Yeah. Are we supposed to get the same tonight? Another 4 inches?
I would think. Reminds me of an old joke. What's up, Lance?
Lance Jennings.
So, a couple of things. There was football over the weekend. And do you want me to start on a bad note, or do you want me to start on a good note with that?
Let's start with a good note.
Okay, so let me see if I can do this here. I want to try to share a video, one of the commercials that just cracked me up. And I don't know, I don't know if you saw this one. Here, let's get this going like that.
No, I didn't watch any football.
A cat, really? Now this one's different than the other one that I was thinking of. That's what's so weird. But this one is, I don't know if that one came ahead. I could be late on these, You ever do that?
Salvatore, let's see.
Which one is it? Well, somebody shot this one. Well, let's see. I think this is it.
Salvatore, who lost that you're rooting for?
That one. This one kills me. That part kills me. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, that was priceless. When it's leading the dog sled, that was killing me. There's so many things about that.
Poor Chiefs. Chiefs lost.
Okay, so here's to the bad part. I don't know. Is it just, I know it's not just me. Who else is specious of all of this football mumbo jumbo that's been going on the last couple of weeks?
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. Like a below average game with the Chiefs and the Bills. And then in the last minute 50, there's 25 points scored. Keeps you all the way to the end, doesn't it? Wow, it sure does. A little back and forth, and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, what the hell? And then this whole down 21-9, and then, I know that's not a huge difference, but come on. And then the other team decides, oh, you know what? We do know how to play football. I guess we'll do it like this because it's what the bosses said to do. So I guess that's what we do. I don't know.
I didn't see any football.
Well, you're fortunate because it was just, I said, this is silly. It's just
I'll watch football when they give us a team back.
Well, I'd suggest watching football when it's not about the business of football.
Yep. Snowing. Salvatore, are you in Kansas City, or are you just a Chiefs fan? So I'm guessing Kansas City probably got hit with a lot of snow today.
And sooner than we. Sooner than we. Yeah. So anyway, just being that specious guy.
Yeah. A Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
But he was in a commercial. So
the other day I was what was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for photo albums.
Mm-hmm. Like at the store or in your house?
Oh no, in the house. Since we moved, we haven't done anything to photo albums.
Gotcha.
Just been sitting there. So I found a box that had a bunch of photos from I think the 80s.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm taking it. Like late 80s, early 90s. And right in the middle of the pile, as I was digging through there's this.
Did you find a game?
Why is there a TurboGrafx game in this box? And this game is from the same time period, like early 90s.
Yeah.
It's so weird. So now, because I always got rid of all my boxes, so this is like the only box I have left.
I'd like to know if anybody else did that. Did anybody else?
It has no manual.
No manual.
I think I had 35 games. That means now I have 36.
Wow.
I didn't even realize I had this.
How many games total were there?
TurboGrafx? It's going to be too many. Like maybe, I would think in the 100s maybe.
Yeah, I would assume. I'd say that's pretty good.
So it's a 1 to 4 player game. How about
that? How many stunt cats were used in making that commercial? He wants to know. It is amazing what they can do. I don't know, man.
So we were talking the other day in our chat about the brackets tiebreakers. I think we came up with a really cool idea.
Oh yeah, because we had some heartbreakers.
Everyone who submits, so there's a tie between two, whatever. So tiebreaker will be broken by the votes of everyone that sends in their list. So like R5, and then whoever from chat sends it in, that'll be counted. And if that breaks the tie, then they'll break the tie.
Yeah.
And if for some reason it's still tied, then we'll go to like R5 because that's always it's always odd. So that'll keep us from ever having a tie again.
And nobody dies, so that's good.
And there's some incentive to send in a list.
What could that be?
Because now you can help beat the tiebreaker, beat that tie.
So what would that be?
What's that?
Oh, nothing. I thought you said that. So that's added incentive that you could be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, you can help be the tiebreaker.
I was thinking like we were going to give away some of Bradshaw's money or something.
Yeah, MASH slid right to the finals, didn't they? 2 buys. Oh, brother.
You know what? I wanted to ask because I've been watching it. I just messaged a bunch of you guys today to say that I finished disc 1 of 5 of the Hogan's Heroes first season. And I'll report that there's only one of the shows that I thought was so far that was just over the top. They were just.
So were there 5 seasons?
Yes. So I gotta find. I'm assuming they have all of them at the library.
Oh, how about Howard Hessman dying?
Oh, Howard Hessman dying. We've had a lot of these. Meatloaf passed.
He was Howard Hessman the same age as my dad. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah, about almost. It's amazing how many musicians were like, years behind him. He was so much older than a lot of them. I don't know why that hits me like that, but 81.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I guess we're coming up on trying to see if I guess Elton John's going to be here or not, and we'll get to finally do that. Just the pilot. Now, did the Booger.
Did
just one more thing.
The theme song for Hogan's Heroes, at least in the pilot, because I was watching that recently, is slightly different than the other ones that I remember, like the other seasons. Was season 1 the same song for every episode, or was the pilot a little bit different? It's the same basic song, but it was slightly different.
Right. And they started it at
the beginning.
Yeah, they started at a different place. Like the pilot opens with action happening, and then they slide into the theme. Whereas, then the rest of them opens with the theme song. I'm trying to remember. It does seem and feel like it was a little different. I'll double check it. I guess I could I suppose it's probably out there. Probably pull it up. But stop.
Now, Hogan's Heroes, that was not in our final 32, was it?
That's what I wanted to ask you tonight, because I'm like, was that in there? Because I would have thrown it in if I'd have thought of it. But
I thought of it. I think I had it on my list, but I don't think it made it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I'd have thought about that one too. There were so many of those kind of things. My dad would my oldest brother is the one that would have been old enough to watch that. And he is totally into history with the World War II and all this stuff. And he was, and my dad wouldn't let him watch it. My dad's not usually like that either. Mine, but he always, he sticks to his morals, on a lot of these things. So I could see him, just saying, no, you're not going to watch that.
Oh, because the World War II aspect?
Yeah, he just didn't think it was funny to make fun of the war.
Think about it. It wasn't, when that show came out, World War II wasn't that far away. It was only like 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah, he was like, I don't think that's funny. And it's certainly not, that's certainly not a choice you want to make for your kid. That's something that they can decide later when they're of age to understand that stuff. That's the problem, I think, these days. So,
all right. So I'm looking for Hogan's Heroes. I'm looking at our thing from last week. I don't see it.
Huh. I probably even thought about it that night.
Did not make the list. How about that?
Yeah. There's words.
The Hogan's Heroes?
Yeah. Hogan's Heroes March and TV theme songs sung by 4 cast members and 720 PhD. Sung by 4 because there was a record for Hogan's Heroes. Very interesting.
By the way, Hogan's Heroes missed the list. It was number 11 of the shows that missed the list. Right behind the Bob Newhart Show and The Office.
Oh, wow. So here are the lyrics.
Benson came in second to last.
Benson.
Then How I Met Your Mother was last.
Yeah, I don't even remember that one. And I was looking through some stuff in the back here, and I was like, I got 4 seasons of that show. When did the lyrics start, for crying out loud? I'm like looking at this thing, and I'm already at a minute, and the thing's only 2.5 minutes long. This is weird. Oh, you know what? I bet it fast forwarded. Yeah, we hope you enjoy the picture show from all of those people. So I don't know if that's real or what. Schultz, though, man. That actor was great. Do you know what his name is?
Shoot, I don't remember. Is it John something?
Sergeant Schultz.
Schultz.
John Banner.
Ah, John Banner.
John Banner. Yeah. Died. Wow. He died of an abdominal hemorrhage in Vienna, Austria. What year?
I want to say 74.
You're very close. 73.
Ooh.
So when did Hogan's Heroes end?
It wasn't still in the 60s, wasn't it?
65. Hogan's Heroes, 65.
So it went from 61 to 65?
No, I think it's saying it went from 65 to 71.
Oh, wow. Made it to the 70s. How about that?
Yeah, I was thinking, because that's what I'm wondering, 73. I'm like, well, that was pretty dang close. So I'm eager to see how it goes. The one thing that kills me is how they have all those windows that looked like they were frosted.
Yes,
and
always frosted. It's always cold in Germany.
Always cold in Germany. Always freezing in Germany. With it that cold all the time, why isn't he worried about going to Russia? He shouldn't worry about being sent to
Think
Russia.
about it. Yeah, because Hogan always had his leather jacket on, right?
Pretty much, but I don't know. I mean, I'm eager to see how it goes, and to see if
when it snuck out. I think he always had his jacket on in the
yeah.
All right. Well, breaking news: Papa Pete just sent us a video.
Ooh, this will be different.
So let's
go, Pete.
Oh, here's a whole different
autofocus. Oh yeah, I think I watched that.
He was an interesting guy.
Yeah, he was. I think about that all the time when I see him on the screen. So it's just weird watching that and thinking about that stuff.
All right, let's watch Pete's video here.
Pete!
Everyone ready? Here we go.
But the senator, while insisting he was not intoxicated, could not explain his nudity.
All right, Cincinnati, it's time for this town to get down. Now, you got Johnny, Dr. Johnny Fever, and I am burning up in here. Woo! We all in critical condition, babies, but you can tell me where it hurts because I got the healing prescription right here at the KIP Musical Medicine Cabinet. Now, I am talking about your 50,000 watt intensive care unit, babies. So just sit right down, relax, and open your ears real wide and say, "Give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it." I almost forgot, Philly babies. Booger.
I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Pete's on fire. Pete's got a fever.
I laugh when he was doing that. I was thinking of some other great lines. Remember when the old people came into the station, they demanded to go back to the old music,
yeah.
And they ended up sneaking into the booth with Johnny, and Johnny sees him, and he says, "I want to tell you, I've killed a lot of old people in my time."
She runs out first, right? And that other guy still stood there for a second. And then he took off. He was like the real long-haired, mild-mannered guy with the glasses.
Yeah. And then the lady came back, and I think she asked if he had seen her cat.
Yeah.
Remember how the episode ends? Mr. Carlson goes to sit down, and he hears a cat go.
Oh, Pete. Oh, what a sexy video. Pete got caught up. Of course, they had the nor'easter along the East Coast and up there in the Nova Scotia area too and everything. Pete sent us a video. I asked him, I said, "Could you show me a video of some of the weather?" Of course, I did not expect him to do it while he was driving, but he did, like I would. And because he was out running errands to make sure they had stuff. So when he pulls in, I realize he's got a detached garage. And it's not just like detached, like kind of like, here's the house. And then up here on the drive a little bit, that's where it is. No. This is like, I mean, what is it like? It's like, it got to be like 25 yards away from the house. And I'm like, that's got to suck when you got bad weather and you're like, yeah, I'll go and get whatever, And
he just puts on the skis and he goes right to the car.
it's gotta suck coming back though. It's all uphill coming back.
That's how he practices for the biathlon. He's got a gun strapped to his back and he shoots some tin cans on the way to the car.
Pete, where are you going? Store. There's a gun. Yeah, I know. It's part of the outfit. And I told him, I said, it would suck unless you have a tunnel. Now, how cool would that be to have a tunnel?
Oh, a tunnel would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I'd be like, I was telling you guys, I'd look at it like, how they have those commercials about their new car, and they'll be like, oh no, I'll go get it, or whatever. They just can't wait to drive their car. That's the way I would be with a tunnel. I'd be like, you sure you don't need anything? No, we just went shopping last night. I know, but you sure? Because I got a tunnel. I can go out, just right out. It's cool.
I was talking to my son the other day about, I said, it would be cool if you had a lot of money and the neighbor next to us sells their house and we buy it. And then we connect the two basements.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go from house to house without ever going outside.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
I don't think that's Johnny Carson Salvatore. I don't think it's anybody famous. I think it's just from the show.
Senator not being able to explain his nudity.
Huh. I always like that line, though. And that was just first season, right? When they were adjusting the radio. I don't think they did that after first season.
Yeah, right. The only other thing, yeah. No, because I finished watching it all.
I've got to watch that.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch it again too, and no. Huh.
Still effort. And there's a draft that comes in as soon as you open that door.
I know. I deal with that with when we get firewood. You open up that door and it's like, damn. You're like, there goes every reason that we fired up the fireplace.
Why am I freezing just to warm us up?
Yeah. What is this? You do that with houses straddling the Mexico-U.S. border.
That's a whole different reason there, Pete.
That's a little different. Pete's a little different. Aren't we all a little different? I was talking to my buddy about that today. Oh, Pete, I wanted to ask you if you have seen, and I'm trying to find a copy to send you. Have you ever seen this? Billy Connolly, A Journey to the Edge of the World. I'm eager to know if you've ever seen that. It's a voyage through Canada's Northwest Passage.
Wait, Pete, did you let Celia's comment go through? Because you said it was held back for review.
Really?
So Pete's a moderator, so maybe he let that one go through. See, I'm only looking at the comments in here from StreamYard, so I don't see any comments that get held back.
Yeah, right.
So I never can see them, so I'm glad you guys are there.
He's an odd dude. Yeah. Like in what way? In what way? If you want me to be all Ferris Bueller about it.
Lance let the comment go through.
Yeah. So in what way? I do have his book, so I'm eager to read that. To find it, and I know that he's had some, issues throughout his life dealing with different things or whatever. But did y'all see that SNL skit with Howard Hessman? Sun came out to him, but he was straight.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty funny idea. I'm assuming Howard Hesseman assumed his son was gay the whole time, and then he came out the street. He's like, "What? I did not see that."
I didn't see that either.
Was that during his head of the class days?
Oh, I bet that's what that was.
I'm not sure why else he would have been on.
Yeah, because I didn't really watch.
He did a few movies, but now,
Yeah,
I heard he left that show after 4 seasons, head of the class, to do movies. But I know he did some, but I don't think he ever.
He did Spinal Tap. Seemed
Right before he did head of the class. I actually watched that whole show. I liked that one, though.
Head of the Class. Yeah,
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. He was on 2 TV shows, and they both went 4 years.
Huh.
Well, I guess head of the class may have gone longer, but he bailed after 4.
Yeah, and I'd forgotten that he did that. Let's see what it's got here. These are movies, and this is television. He did Halloween 2 in 2009. He's in The Rocker in 2008. I own that. That's with Dwight. He was in Martian Child in 2007. 2006, he was in Domestic Import, Man About Town. He's in About Schmidt. Have you ever seen that at all? With that's pretty. I liked it. It's about a guy whose wife passes, and it's his life after that. There's nothing. I'm not seeing it. There's other things. 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94. He was doing these movies, but you've never heard of them. Munchie Strikes Back.
Salvatore saying he was in Private Lessons. That sounds like a Saturday Night Cinemax movie.
It does. It does. It said he was in a show called Dirty Politics in 2018.
Really?
Yeah. He was.
I don't think I've seen him in anything since Head of the Class, to be honest. I know he's done plenty of stuff. I just haven't seen him. No, I don't think Head of the Class was supposed to be a reboot of Like My Cotter because. Wait, wasn't the students were they in a? I can't remember the students. Were they in like a advanced class? Is that what that was?
Maybe. That's not a show I ever watched. Let me see. Let me see if I can click on it. You know, he was in the Rockford Files.
Oh wow, he'd have been. Well, I guess that'd have been maybe right before WKRP.
He was in a Blansky's Beauties episode. He was in a Bob Newhart show.
Oh yeah, he was a patient, wasn't he?
Wow, nice. Craig Plager. He's an Augie. As Craig Plager and Augie. Oh, maybe he had dual personality.
No.
And he was in 6 episodes. What?
Scallywag. What's going on?
Was he in 9 to 5?
He was?
9 to 5. What was he in 9 to 5? It
I
doesn't.
Papa Pete knows.
It was a show. It's called Episode. Home is Where the Heart Is.
Oh, that's right. They did turn that into a TV show, didn't they?
I never watched it. I guess he was in One Day at a Time as Sam Royer in 16 episodes.
Really? That's a lot of episodes.
It is.
I guess he was a semi-regular for a little bit there.
Yeah, he was. That was from 82 years, from 82 to 84.
Scallywag, I really like your picture here. I'm always trying to see. It looks like it got is that an Odyssey 2? And a Commodore PET computer in your, maybe an Amiga. You got some cool things in that little picture.
There's a plethora. So it says Head of the Class is a sitcom, ran from 86 to 91. The series follows a group of gifted students in the individualized honors program at the fictional Millard Fillmore High School in Manhattan.
Was a little like an opposite of Cotter.
Yes.
Hogs were advanced.
Right. Instead of the deadbeats, you get that.
Papa Pete has given us some clarity on Howard Hesseman on One Day at a Time. he banged Bonnie Franklin.
Thanks for clearing that up, Pete. I know everything now. I was just waiting to hear that.
Yeah, sorry. He was 81. And yeah, we are getting old.
Man. Oh, shoot.
We start seeing stuff that you remember clear as day that happened 40 years ago. It's like, wait a minute, 40 years ago.
Isn't that weird? It's just so weird.
Yep. Robin Givens was one of the kids in that. And
wow.
Who was there was a redhead Christine Haji or Christina Haji, and there was that kid that played Arvid.
Let's see if they have a
Oh, wait, that's Odyssey 2 with a speech module. 3 Amigas. You have a problem. That's a pretty good problem. Oh, wait. He was not 81 when he banged Bonnie Franklin.
Wow.
That we know of. Wait, is Bonnie Franklin still alive? Man, did she completely disappear once that show ended?
I don't even see that name on the list.
What name?
Oh, is that the character's name?
No, that's the
Actress?
The mom. That's the actress's name.
Okay, because I don't. Okay, they don't have her.
Die. Wait a minute,
they don't have her as
no,
one of the
I
main.
take that back. Oh, she did die in 2013. Wow, she was only 69. That's not her birth name was Bonnie Franklin.
Well, the weird thing is that I played a gay character in an English comedy and his name was Bobby Franklin. Kind of weird.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Bonnie Franklin was in a movie. I guess this is a Ma and Pa Kettle movie called The Kettles in the Ozarks.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh! Wow! Oh, she was in Hazel.
Oh my gosh!
And she was in Man from U.N.C.L.E., Gidget, Please Don't Eat the Daisies, The Munsters.
Well, look at this. She went wherever Dirk Benedict went. So she was on 18 and Battlestar Galactica.
So she was in Hot in Cleveland for, looks like, one episode. And then her last appearance was on The Young and the Restless in 2012.
Wow.
Can't believe she was a Munster. Okay, I got to watch the episode. Herman's Sorority Caper. That's where Bonnie Franklin was. So 66. So she'd have been 22. Wow, that's crazy.
Why is it when I put in Bobby Franklin actress, it shows me a bunch of men?
No, Bonnie.
Like I said, I'll just put it in correctly. I thought at one point you said, oh, yeah, Bonnie. Yeah, yeah, of course.
I don't know what happened to Schneider. Although Schneider was the voice of the inspector, I believe, from Pink Panther.
Really?
The cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't in Pink Panther, but it was in that Pink Panther hour where they had Inspector and
the Aardvark,
Ant and the Aardvark.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see this too. Gene Hackman turning 91.
Still kicking.
Kind of wild. Kind of wild. Yeah, so they had Leslie Bega, Janetta Arnett, William Schilling, Robin Givens, Kristen Haji.
Yeah, Christine Haji.
Yeah. Yori Hussein, Tony O'Dell, Brian Robbins. I'm sure nobody's heard of these people. Oh, Dennis Blunden was played by Dan Schneider. So
that's what happened to Schneider.
There's Schneider right there. And of course, Billy Conley. Yeah. he is from Scotland, and just like Mr. Moore, he helps them aim for their dreams. I'd forgotten all about that. Somebody mentioned that the other day, and I was like, yeah, I remember Billy Connolly coming in and doing that. Why did Hessman leave? To do movies and stuff?
I was just reading this. He said he wanted to pursue a movie career.
Huh.
I mean, I guess he had figured it's probably his last shot because he had to be,
yeah.
What, around 50 or so?
Yeah, and he was in The Jerk.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know The Jerk was 1979?
Yes.
Oh, that's just...
what the heck was he in The Jerk?
He was carnival worker.
Carnival worker.
Yeah, and then he was also in Dr. Detroit as Smooth Walker.
Wow.
And then Spinal Tap. He was in Clue. That's what I was trying to think of. And then he was in Police Academy 2. My Chauffeur. He was in the Flight of the Navigator. So he did pretty well throughout all that, those early 80s time periods. But then...
the new phone books are here.
Then it just fell out.
Now, if you're watching that movie, if you're watching The Jerk with your kids, and he has that scene where the new phone book is here, new phone books are here, they're like, "What the hell's a phone book?"
Oh man. So yeah, no, and that was right in that time frame where he was getting cast in some big some popular things. But everything else after that was not so great. Not so great. So I got my bins. Did I tell you about that? I got the right size bin. I should have brought one over here.
Oh, for your systems, game systems?
Yeah, for all my systems. So I started boxing them up. And I guess I could turn this around and show you. There's the stack right there.
That's a lot of bins.
Yeah, and it's not done yet. I still got to get stuff from out underneath there. But the box is perfect. If anybody wants to check it out, you can get them at Walmart. They're like they're $7 a piece. It's a hefty 18-quart tub. The thing I like about it, I may have mentioned this before, but the thing I liked was the lid goes up in the middle instead of
nice.
Flat or down. You're like, oh yeah, I got everything in and it's all level, and you're like, dink, and then it won't go on the top because it's too flat. You're like, give me a little bit, and that's what these do, which is perfect for the PS3. So
it's my favorite lines from The Jerk. He hates these cans
because he's getting shot. They're shooting, and he's in the oil cans.
I'll use that line when someone around the house, drops a plate or something. He hates that plate.
Oh
it's
man,
such a great line because you're watching this guy try to kill him, and he keeps missing him, hitting those cans, and you're not thinking about that at all. And all of a sudden, it's like, he hates these cans. Like, what a great line!
It's not me at all.
Remember when remember when that show came out on network TV?
To make sure it's in there.
When that show hit network TV, of course, it was cut up a lot. But Steve Martin's dog was called Stupid on the network shows. Remember his name was Shithead.
That's right.
They changed it to Stupid. It's like, oh, that's not funny at all.
No. That's mean. Like, Shithead, there's still a little, you're going the extra mile, It's not like stupid. That's stupid. He's stupid. She's stupid. It's not like that. It's you put some thought in it. I mean, I really have an effect on you. I'm Shithead.
Hey, look at this. I found this when I was looking for stuff.
What is that?
It's a movie poster for
2010.
2001.
Really?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Space Odyssey.
Sexy.
Rated G. How about that? I didn't think they had ratings back then.
No, I didn't either.
68 had ratings.
Well, I was,
No.
but here's my thing. It's rated G, and yeah.
I tried finding this poster on eBay not too long ago. I couldn't even find it. So I don't know what the deal is with this poster.
Wow. Oh, speaking of which, I bought. Do I have it within reach? That's what I need to know.
Can you Papa Pete it?
Can I? That remains to be seen. I think, is it here? No. Where the heck did it go? Anyway, I was looking at a calendar because I didn't have a new calendar for this year. So I was at Walmart buying bins and other such items. And here's this Marvel calendar. And you ever do that? Well, I've done it before when I got a cassette instead of vinyl.
Remember
that? And so I looked on Amazon and I found what looked like the same calendar on Amazon for $1 less. I'm like, you know what? I'll just order it. Boop, boop. And I put the other one back. Well, my package showed up. It's $1 cheaper and it's about a quarter of the size. So it's one of those little calendars,
Yes. We recently did that. On Halloween, or before Halloween, Celia bought a bunch of. There are these cool looking drawings. They were on. I can't remember. It's not foam core. It's something else. It's a little sturdier.
Yeah,
but they look really cool, and we got them for decorations. And they came in, and they're like this big. It's like, well, you can't put that out. There's nothing there. So that's when I put them in here during the Halloween, during October. I had them hanging up in the back here. It's like, jeez.
Oh man. Yes, very good. Thank you. I do that a lot. I've got old calendars back there that I store. Today I put in. I've got my Wayward Sons one that I just put in a sleeve today in order to keep it. But yeah, isn't that wild? 1927, 38, 49, 55, 66. I do have a 77. I could do that. I could do an 83 probably. I have old Boris Vallejo and Marvel. Some of the Marvels, though, I pulled apart because you're a kid and that's what you do. And then you put them on your wall. Blu-ray of 2001 Saturday afternoon, right before you watch the Eastern Missouri Senior Whistling Championships.
I'm all for it. I'm not
Gotta
trying to
love
get her to watch 2001 again.
Yeah, you might as well. You better have a lot of duct tape to get her that chair. That's what you're going to need to hold her there.
I'm not even sure I could watch anymore without falling asleep because I'm just so tired all the time.
Yeah, I hear you.
I was playing a new Pokemon game, Arceus.
Yeah.
And I haven't had much time to play, so I was playing it like after everyone went to bed. It was really late.
Yeah.
And twice last week, I was like this. I woke up and I'm like, what? Has the game just been on the whole time? It drives me crazy when I do that because the game keeps track of like how long you play.
Yeah.
So when you beat the game, I always like to go back and say, well, how long did it take me? But I probably had like three or 4 hours into that game of me just sleeping. Which it's a great game. It's just me being tired.
What's a game anybody has ever fallen asleep? There is tonight's question out of the blue. What's a game you've fallen asleep playing? I know
because you didn't like it, or because you were just tired.
No, because you were tired. I've called myself out on this when I came over to your house years ago. God knows how long that was, and you hadn't played CTR much at all yet, and I'd been playing the crap out of it. So I brought it over to your place, and we're playing, and you're just like, it's your first time. So playing the game. So you're like, whoa, and I'm like way out ahead.
Well,
and I'm like,
game was really difficult.
I just remember waking up and my car's running into the wall. I just like, oh my God, I fell asleep because I came over at like 10 o'clock. So, you know,
I agree with you there.
Oh,
are there any malls left? I don't know if is there a mall left? I guess Chester.
Yeah, there's. Yeah, I mean, Aquarius Night Stalker. What is that?
I'm not sure what Scallywag is
Referencing there. Said 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh, a game you fell asleep on, I guess.
Oh, Aquarius Night Stalker. 2 weeks ago you did it. Wow. I know there's been others. That one just always comes to mind because I was totally freaking embarrassed because I was there at your house. It wasn't like it's just me and I can tell you about it. No, I was there and did that. Went at your house. I was like, oh man.
By the way, Mike Mullis from Original Next Level Gaming is he said he's trying to figure out a time for me, you, and Papa Pete to play.
Yes.
3 of them, Mike, Chris, and Peter.
I'll tell you what. That's one of my most frustrating things when I'm playing Rocket League is when you set up a ball, you're like, that's the perfect setup. And then you're maybe hustling back to cover the other goal while the other 2 guys come in. And you're like, nobody's there. You're like, are you kidding me? I had a team, was it today? I think it was today. And I'm like, it's set up. It's right there. And then the other 2 players aren't even there. I'm like, what? And then I turn around my car and they're down at the other end. I'm like, what the hell are you doing down there?
You need to get a mic so you can yell at these guys.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Yeah, if we're gonna go up against Original Next Level Gaming, I don't think I've played in a year. I gotta play again.
Time to brush up.
You know what's funny when Nintendo does this thing where they send you a report every month of how many games you've played, how many days you played them,
yes,
how long you've played, stuff like that. Well, at the end of the year, they send you a year-end one where they tell you like the games you played the most.
Can I still access that?
Yeah, it's on their app.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, it's on the Nintendo Switch parental control app.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like something you wouldn't want to do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool.
Huh.
Like here for January, it said I played 20 days. And then it like lists, so it shows you all the games you played.
20 days.
But for the year, it said, what was it? Rocket League was either like my first or second most played game. I'm like, what? It's like I haven't played that in probably 6-7 months at least. At the time, probably longer, but it must have been that span where we were playing Rocket League a lot, and I guess I just racked up a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, we would play that for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I fall off the ceiling a lot too, Pete.
I dance on the ceiling. I take Lionel's
Lionel Richie
advice. Yes. Just a couple of things now. Since I
heard that song on the radio today, by the way.
You what?
I just heard that song on the radio today.
Really?
I had a Sirius XM on. I was on the 80s.
Wow.
80s channel, and it popped on.
I listened to a lot of female artists today. Although I started with the Stones. I listened to Some Girls. I just thought I'd listen to that. And then my drummer mentioned a Stones tune. He mentioned Georgia Satellites, which got me talking about a review I did years ago of
the change in my pocket.
And jing-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah. and I did a review of that Georgia Satellites album in college, and I was telling him that there's a song on there called "Can't Stand the Pain," which is like a perfect mesh. Like when they sing the chorus, it's "Can't stand the pain, can't stand the pain, can't stand the pain," and then they do the "anymore." So the "Can't Stand the Pain" is like Total Stones to a certain point. Then it's like a fusion of Aerosmith, and then when they say "anymore," it's totally Aerosmith. The way they say it, the way they sing that little line, which is funny. So that got me thinking about the Stones, got me thinking about the album Some Girls, and then I listened to it 3 times today because I just had it on. Somehow I had it automated to repeat. So when the album's over, it'll start over again. And I just didn't feel like shutting it down. It's such a great record, in my opinion.
Look at Papa Pete trying to leave the chat and take someone with him.
Oh, dang. He's throwing down during our throwdown.
I have to give Papa Pete a little 5-minute.
George is listening to some ELO. Jeff, do you like ELO?
I don't know much. I mean, I know they're popular stuff and I like it, but
right. Okay.
I've never listened to anything other than just the typical popular stuff.
Yeah, and growing up with them, they were a huge part of mine. You know, they've even taken their double album Out of the Blue, as popular as some of that is, because, you know, Mr. Blue Sky was one of the songs in Guardians 2. And so that song has a lot of popularity along with, you know, other popular songs on the record. But I think they made a condensed 1-disc version of that album, which is Out of the Blue, which I have as a gatefold back there with 2 vinyl. It was a long record, especially for that time frame. That's 1978, and they put out a double record. It sold like nobody's business, though. So it just had some interesting stuff on it.
All right. Pete's not bailing. He was going to play it while he watches. Or while he
No, I got you.
So I think I may have shown this once before, but I also found this in a box. This is so cool.
What is that?
It's a controller. It's a Bomberman controller.
Oh, wow.
And it's for the Sega Saturn.
Wow.
Which, of course, is the best Bomberman game out there. But it's so cool. I mean, look at it. They've got a little Bomberman guy right in the middle. His eyes are little switches.
Yeah.
Looks like his belt is another switch. I'm not
That's
sure what all the switches are for. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really neat. I can't imagine these are easy to come by anymore. It's so
and
bizarre looking.
When did you get that?
Probably around 2006, 2007.
Wow.
Because I bought all my Saturn stuff for Saturn Bomberman in 2000. Oh no, I take it back. It may have been before that, because I bought all my Saturn stuff, I think in 2003. I can actually go back and look, because Cecil's still around, and he was playing Saturn Bomberman with us on on Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
And so he played 2 or 3 times before he died, and he died in 2005. So that means it was probably 2002, 2000. It was probably about 2002 or 2003 when I bought all my Saturn stuff for Bomberman.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get into that game. I've never really played it.
Bomberman?
Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You
can do it for free on the Switch.
Yeah. Okay.
They've got that one. It's a Bomberman. What do you call it? Like Battle Royale thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you can download it. If you have the Switch online, you can download it for free. And
just yes, because you were doing the video on it, right?
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun.
Dyna Blaster, huh?
You know what? Lance mentioned this. What happened to the deep dives for Amico? They were doing one like every week, and then it's been like a month. We have got nothing.
Sounds like.
And I would like to see a deep dive on that game because I haven't seen too much on it.
Because what system is it? Hello. Oh, did he freeze? He's not going to answer me
Okay.
because he. There you are.
That's the second time it's done that time. It's still showing me a bad connection. I don't get it.
What system is he playing that on?
What?
Yeah,
Dynamite?
yeah.
George Games?
Or
He's
Lance.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're talking about the Amico version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which actually is you actually have it because you got the physical stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got it. It's one of the
Yeah.
It is one of the 8, right?
Yeah, because that's why I was like, well, what's
Yeah. So we all own it, but we can't play it.
Yeah, because I'm like, what's it on?
Oh, here's a cool question. I didn't even think about that.
Well, we have done that before. We had our significant others on and did a show about rom-coms.
Oh, I wonder if we could do
So
something.
that's what you're referencing is again like last year's. So
maybe we should do something like that soon because I know Celia and Mama C were both talking about doing that again. Have to make sure Chris is available.
Yeah. What do we do? I mean, we'll have to figure that out. Like it's like coming up. Yeah. It's if I could find my little calendar
from 1917.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure out a little something. We've seen and expected more.
Yeah, so for the deep dives, have mainly been games we've seen quite a bit of. I want to see. Heck, I wouldn't mind seeing the billiards game they have, or the MLB game.
Yeah, the MLB. Cool. Yeah.
I still like that MLB game. The only thing they showed was a few screenshots, and the screenshots it was the Cardinals versus the Yankees, and the Cardinals were beating the Yankees. I remember I said something to Tommy about that. I mentioned it.
The return of the tackle.
He was on someone's game, someone's show, and I mentioned, "Oh, I love the Cardinals are beating the Yankees." And I think he told me to suck it. If I remember right.
I think that's right. That's right. Suck it. Do it the night before Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That would be a Saturday night.
Do sci-fi? Do romantic sci-fi?
Is that a thing?
Sure it is. I mean, you could just say, well, I don't want to give it away. We'll come up with some ideas.
I never liked this love story stuff in science fiction movies. I just want to see time travel and aliens. That's all I want to see in sci-fi.
You sound like you're like the science fiction version of Princess Bride. What is with this kissing? What? I don't need the kissing. I just need aliens. And
I do remember George Games watching this from Red Lobster. I remember him telling us this when he was watching the show.
That's great.
Should have asked Red Lobster to put it up on their big TV.
Oh man,
yeah, that's a good question, JD. Since he told me to suck it because the Yankees were losing, I take it he was a Yankees fan.
I would have to take it that way as well.
Oh, there you go. Tommy's a Yankees fan.
Yeah. The only thing that's not a love story is my relationship with the new Star Wars. So that would be.
This would be an interesting bracket show.
Oh well, yeah, that would be. Yeah, because what becomes the interesting part about something like that is that you're like, well, what have you seen that, that's where it gets interesting because it depends on what people have seen. Like I know I could think of a bunch that you guys probably haven't even heard of, and somebody else would do the same thing. Like Pete talks about TV shows that I have no clue. Sometimes you guys talk about games that I have no clue. Sometimes I just have no clue. I I'm trying to remember if I even saw that whole thing.
We should do a top 32 brackets of movies I've never seen.
You know what would win that? Rise of Skywalker.
I have not seen that yet.
See, there you go. I haven't either.
Oh,
So.
I stopped watching Star Wars. I watched like the first, what was it, 4 or 5?
I don't know. But I haven't eaten any rotten meat either, so I don't know what the difference is. So,
I'm on. Oh, I know where I'm at. I'm on the original 3. That's where I left off.
9.5 weeks. 9.5 weeks. Oh my god. No, a rom-com. 9.5 weeks. Pete, how's that happen? At least we have an Alan. That's beautiful. Say top 332 movies that you've never seen.
They'd all be popular movies too.
We could probably do a 64 bracket of movies you haven't seen. Yeah, there you go. Everybody's downing on you now here with this thing.
Oh, Scallywag! I need to be on this channel.
Okay, movies.
I've barely seen any movies.
Trailers only. That's brilliant.
That'd be
That is
perfect
brilliant.
on there, Scallywag.
The funny thing about that, Scallywag, is that that's what I say about trailers. I don't watch trailers. And I have people ask me that all the time. They're like, well, why don't you watch them? Because they steal from me. That's why. They steal my experience. And I'll do that. I'll watch a movie if I get it. And then, but after I watch it, then they always have trailers on there, right? So I watch the trailers and I go, let's see what they would have given away. And I'm like, holy crap.
We could do a top 32 brackets of people who have never been in my kitchen. just like Cleveland.
Mike,
what's going on?
Sci-fi romance. Hell Comes to Frogtown. No, I've never. There's a movie I haven't seen. I mean, yeah. I mean, you'd have to think about. You have to think about all those relationships. Like Peter Quill and Gamora, in the midst of Guardians. Kirk and the green gal or the blue gal. Was she blue? I think she was blue. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. See, there you go. That's in the new Star Trek when they did Spock and Uhura.
I don't think I've seen all the new Star Treks.
The first one was pretty good. See, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You could say it was pretty good, or you can say it's pretty good.
Scallywag, 90% of all the movies I've seen were from 1988 to 1994.
Oh, man.
Mike, we were just talking about you. We're talking about the what's the name? Rocket League night.
Yeah.
Papa Pizza is going to kick your ass. I was taken aback when he said it. I couldn't believe it.
To get him to settle down. To put him in timeout.
What's weird about the game is sometimes everything's going right.
Yeah.
I make some great moves and scoring like 3 goals in a game.
Yeah.
And other times it's like I'm stuck on a wall for 10 seconds. Like it's so bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah. My one of my least favorite things is when I get bashed and then my car is floating because it goes into like a slow motion.
Yes, it does.
And I'm like, just drop the car, man. Let's go. And I'm watching things happen as I'm like, ooh, and you're like, get out of this. So yeah. What I hate is when you're flying toward the ball, you're really driving at it and you're ready to go and you whiff.
Yes.
For whatever reason, you think I'm right on point. And I don't know if the ball shifts a little or drifts, but it's like all of a sudden I'm like, phew. Like I had a perfect opportunity to score last night, I think it was, or this morning. And I'm like, woof. I whiffed right by the ball. I was right by the goal. I'm like, oh, good God.
Hey, Kurt Bradshaw's in our area here. Did you get a lot of snow, Kurt? Apparently, it's going to start snowing again around 11 o'clock tonight. And
yeah.
Mike sounds pretty confident here. What's up, Jens? I don't think he's any fear of losing to us, does he?
No. If only we could all play Wave Race, that would be a blast.
Oh, I just wish they'd bring that to the online. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would. That would. Spend my whole game trying to T-bone Stu's car. It's there's those moments where you're trying to hold back. You're like, yeah, well, it's all right. You know, never really sure if it's intentional.
Like when you play, and it's always like one guy on the other team was just kicking your ass, scoring like 6 goals.
Oh, what about those guys that do those midair? They just carry the ball off of the wall and then just deliver it. I'm like, what? How'd you do that? I mean, sometimes I go up on the wall and just shoot off of the wall and go, well, I might hit the ball. I might not. I don't know. Sometimes I do. And I'm like, that kicks ass.
Only 2 inches of snow. You got less than us. We got around 4 inches of snow today.
Well, you know, I was texting with my friend who lives just south of 40. And she was like, well, you mean happy sleet day? I was like, wait, what? So, it's weird. St. Louis is weird like that. It goes in bands. You know, you have one strip that's like one of the times it snowed recently, we had a lot more snow at school than I did here. And that's just the way it is. It's just so weird.
Yeah, the worst is when you get a lot of ice.
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever see the movie The Ice Storm?
No.
Just add it to the list.
Put that in the bracket. Ice Storm.
Oh man, that's great.
We could do a top 30 movies I haven't seen that all won the Academy Award.
And start with the letter A.
Yes. So they wouldn't even be obscure movies. They could be like some of the most popular movies ever.
Like I'd never watched Casablanca. I'll go ahead and ask. Have you seen that?
Not the whole thing. I've seen parts of it, like when I go to my parents, my dad might have it on or something, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Well, I had never watched it, and then I bought it recently because it was cheap on Amazon. On Blu-ray, it was, I don't know, $5 or something like that. So I picked it up, and I enjoyed it. It was neat. I didn't know anything about the story really. I'd only seen certain scenes, so it was kind of interesting. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad to have it on my shelf. Casablanca is good. Casablanca is fantastic. So, yeah, but that was a good watch. I've got a couple other things over there that I'm wanting to watch. Highlander, I haven't seen that in years, and I want to, before it leaves the house somehow, I want to watch Highlander 2, even though we all stepped on it.
Highlander 2? I thought there could only be one.
Oh,
pew,
pew, pew, pew, pew.
Oh,
and the hits just keep on coming. Booger. Yeah.
Yesterday before it snowed, it was in the 50s. I went to a store. I was driving around with the windows down. There was guys walking around with just T-shirts.
Yep.
And then just a few hours later, it's snowing like crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I was just getting ready to. I came home from doing some shopping, getting a few things to hold us over, and what was I going to say? I came home from that, and I thought, wow, this weather is crazy. Like the other day, I washed the cars.
It was so nice out yesterday.
It was so nice. So I was gonna use the power washer on the grill. And got the power washer out, got it out there, but just Highlander 2. No, because instead of not liking it, Pete might have liked it then. And then it started raining, so I brought it back inside. I never got to do it.
Look at this lineup here: James Cagney, the Bowery Boys, and
Bowery
Humphrey
Boys.
Bogart. Holy smokes!
Bowery Boys. What was the one guy's name? The goofy guy with the hat.
Satch.
Satch. Thanks. Yeah.
Highlander
quickening.
2, the
The
suckening.
Oh, that's great. That's great. This coming from Pete? Really? Okay. Oh, shoot.
Our
yeah,
grocery stores aren't even opening until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
wow.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's nice. You know, I mean, what does it take for them to finally start being nice to their crew like that? Where, you know,
Yeah, I made sure we got plenty of food to make it through, even through like Friday or so. We got plenty of food.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, Friday I got stuff to do anyway, so I'll have to get out of the house.
Yeah.
But I think it's supposed to stop snowing around noon tomorrow, so
Yeah.
it should be good.
So we'll
It'd be nice if it was like in the 50s on Friday. That'd be cool.
We'll have students again after 2 days off, so who knows what's going to happen. It doesn't thrill me.
Unfortunately, Friday's 29, Saturday's 32, so Sunday's 41. So it's not going to start melting until Sunday.
Right. Yay. That makes me happy.
Not me.
Not me. You and a lot of other people. They don't agree with me with the snow. And that's too bad. That's too bad. What are some of speaking of which, did you ever buy what's a racing game that you bought, whatever kind of racing it was, that you just didn't get? Or it wasn't, you know, you're like, I could never get good at this.
Oh, yeah, it's either Crash Team Racing.
Oh, really?
I just can't get good at it because the turbo boost thing,
Yeah.
power slide, whatever.
Yeah.
I just can't get it.
Huh.
It's too difficult for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm just too used to the simple thing on Mario Kart.
Right. Was there like a game that you just didn't think it was put together well?
I'm sure I've played plenty of games that racing games I didn't like because of that.
Yeah, like
I like Crash Team Racing. It's just I'm not very good at it.
yeah. I remember playing Jet Moto for my first time on the PS, and I was like, because you and I had been playing Wave Race so long that when I got over to the PS and I started checking out the, you know, those games, and I'm looking at Jet Moto, which was supposed to be like their version of a jet ski kind of a thing, and I had a real hard time figuring out where to go.
I do remember playing that a little bit, and I was like, I'd just rather play Wave Race.
Yeah, because it never was easy enough for me to see where I was going. That there wasn't a good depth to it, and I don't know what it is about Wave Race. I suppose it was like that.
And Wave Race 64, I think, is even better than Blue Storm on GameCube.
Yeah. Oh,
Wave
yeah.
Race
I do
64.
too. I do too.
I think Wave Race on GameCube is really good, but something about the 64 version just spot on.
Yeah. I do like the one for the GameCube, but you're right. I just never. I don't know.
This is a great racing game on the Switch. Horizon Chase Turbo. It's really good.
Horizon Chase Turbo.
It's like an arcade racer.
Yeah. Well, there was a few racing games that were suggested on another YouTube channel that I purchased because it was really cheap. You know, they were around that $2 range. And I'll have to get those straight for tomorrow night's show.
Yeah, we can talk about Horizon Chase Turbo tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the better ones. And even the old Sega game, Virtua Racing, is on the Switch.
Really?
The old, arcade game. Yeah, that's really good too.
Wow. Yeah, I'll have to check those out. Digital Derby. Little dated. Yeah, but some of those, like I would be eager to hook up my my NES and play Super Sprint on there. That's kind of a dated game, but I loved that game.
Saboteur, what system's that on? I just ran into that recently. Is there a version of that on
An 11
Switch?
mile course. An 11-mile course?
Oh, you think that's something? Dreamcast had Le Mans racing.
Yeah.
And you could literally race for 24 hours straight because that's the Le Mans
Yeah.
thing. So you'd race and then you could just save it, pause it, and go back to it. Whew.
Wow.
I've got that. I never did I did it, but I didn't do it for 24 hours. It was just so long. Yeah, I was watching Mike play Wacky Races there on the Dreamcast.
Did you have that, Jeff?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I thought
still
so.
have that.
Because I was really excited about that because it had some of those characters you could actually be. That's one of those things where we lose track of those cartoons for all those years. And I checked out Wacky Races from the library. The show.
So TT Isle of Man is on the Switch. I guess it's on the other systems too. The original's on the Switch, and then the second one's on the Switch. Looks like it's a motorcycle.
Oh, here's ordered Ridge. Oops, we hit the same one. Ridge Racer Arcade.
Oh, the one up for ooh, very nice.
Sweet.
I thought some of that comes in. Oh, yes, Asphalt on the Switch is really good. It's a lot of fun. It's a free game. I think you can only do so much per day unless you want to pay money. But I played it for like a month straight, a lot, and I never had a problem with that. And it was all free. They do have an option, I think, where you can buy it just straight out without any of those restrictions.
Wow.
I have a Amico pre-ordered. So, yes, I am interested.
I am interested as well. I'm just waiting for the news that the GTO Red version is pre-sailing.
Yeah, I have no idea when that's going to happen. My guess is that's probably going to be the last. It is the last color to be released because all the others I think are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
Wacky Races is cool just for the nostalgia alone. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Horizon Chase.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before. Horizon Chase Turbo.
Yeah, that's what. Gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I bought years ago for, I think it was the original PlayStation. I bought James Bond Racing.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
James Bond Racing?
Yeah, it was kind of cool. You could use different James Bond cars, but I just couldn't get down with that. I just couldn't get in the, to be very good at it, And I also bought a snowmobile racing one too.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, changed the mind on the Tron.
Interesting. Didn't get good reviews, man. I think it was really expensive. I remember JD talking about that, how expensive it was.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, I hope the Miko is successful, Dan. I hope it does well.
Yeah. We have all been positive that that's going to happen, and I'm still promoting it to people. One for my man cave and the other for everyone else.
What's great about that is the Miko. You apparently, for what they've said, you can take games, load them on your controller, take it to another system. So to have two in your house, you only have to buy it for one system, and you can just walk on over. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. I have the original voice actors for the Wacky. Wow.
Hey, Oak City Gamers.
Sup? Ooh, getting in under the wire. Olden television. Yeah, I gotta.
There's lots of homebrew stuff for the olden television.
Yeah, I gotta
Papa Pete
get.
does a video. He does. I think he's done quite a few homebrew videos for television.
So when you guys are talking about all these homebrews and stuff, these are things that people are coming up with now, right? To be played on that.
Like there was a bunch just in 2021, just people making games that only, they just run on the original hardware, either in cartridge form, or sometimes they'll release a ROM and try and sell that.
Huh. Does anybody that we know do that? I mean,
make games for it?
Yeah.
Not that I know. I know Pete has gotten to know, I think, some of the guys that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dan. The controller is the most interesting part for me.
Yeah.
And I've said it from the very beginning, that's going to make or break the system. If the controller is not good, then the whole system is going to suck. But from the people we know who have played it, said the controller was great. So
yeah. And not to mention that you can use your phone too.
Yeah.
JD says totally still in. Yeah, plenty of other things to do. That's kind of me with waiting to get game systems until they've been out for years and I can get it cheap. I've still got plenty of other things that I've never won.
There's more homebrew games than original television games now.
Oh my gosh.
And I know Pete's working. He did a video for the Intellivision Homebrew Awards, which are going on right now. Vote on Atari Age.
Huh.
George, that'd be cool. If you could make a game for an old system, George, what would it be? Which system? Would it be in television, Atari?
What would I do?
Oh, yeah. Brian Puddin is going to do... he's been making some stuff.
Huh.
Viking Stu needs an Evercade.
I know. I keep thinking about it. I'm just, there's that whole practical side of me where I'm just like, I don't know if I can get to playing all that stuff. It is a time thing. Make the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Make games from Genesis.
Genesis was a cool system.
Yeah.
I played that more than my Super Nintendo, actually.
Yeah. I just took it off the shelf and put it in one of those bins tonight with its controllers and powers thing and the hook up to the television. Yeah. What about a TurboGrafx?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I haven't heard too much of homebrew for TurboGrafx. I don't know if it's because of the. I guess you could do it more easily for the CD systems, but the turbo chip, I'm not sure where you get that. I guess you could just make a ROM for it. There's a YouTuber who does a lot of TurboGrafx stuff. He actually put a game out for TurboGrafx just recently.
Really?
The YouTuber's name is Sarumaru, I think. And he does a lot of TurboGrafx stuff.
Huh.
But he put a game on. I wanted to get it. I completely forgot. I have to go to his channel again and see what game it was. But it'd be cool to get a new PC Engine / TurboGrafx game.
Absolutely. And leave. I just read that.
Get yourself on Evercade and then never open it up.
Just never open it. Open no boxes.
I never got into computer gaming, Dan. Never.
Not
DOS at all. I had a Mac in the 90s. Played a handful of games on it. Not really. I just like cooking up to the TV and playing.
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't deal with the computer much in college. They didn't have graphic programs when I was in college. So Jeff and I I learned the Mac with Jeff when we were working together.
I cannot play first-person shooters, Scallywag.
Quake. I can get into Quake. I don't like first-person shooters, but I did play the crap out of Doom on the PC. That is one of the PC games that I played. I think I've mentioned it on here before because then I was listening to the Star Wars soundtrack at the same time, and I told my family members, I'm like, don't even come downstairs when I'm doing this game because I don't want to accidentally freak out.
I don't know. I'm one of those people who just gives me a headache, makes me dizzy. It's first-person stuff. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I think I played a little bit of some first-person. It depends. I know I played a little of Metroid Prime on the GameCube, and that didn't bother me as much, and I'm not sure why, but it didn't.
Well, you know, the funny thing about it is I played those old the first-person shooters. I played a lot of those, and it didn't seem to bug me as much as, you know, the new stuff. You know, like Call of Duty and stuff like that, where it's first person. Those just drive me nuts because everything is better looking, and I'm looking at this landscape, and I have to look wherever my gun is. This is not natural to do this. You know,
okay, my whole problem with first-person shooters, besides it making me sick, is I feel like I'm playing like a horse with blinders on.
Yes,
because that's how you're seeing the game. You can see 180 here. You can see off the sides. It's blurry, and then it focuses in.
Yep.
But I've never played a game that was like that. Maybe there is some. I don't know. I've just never played one like that. And also, when you move, if I move my head like this,
yes,
I don't get sick. I don't get dizzy. But if I'm playing the game and I move my character like this, it's just like, you know, it's too fast. Like, oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, and all of a sudden,
I bought Halo Saboteur for Xbox, the original one, and it just made me sick. I couldn't play it.
Interesting.
I gave it a shot. Couldn't do it.
Huh.
Yes. There we go. A horse with blinders on. That would be an FHS, a first horse shooter.
Oh man. Shoot. Halo is a 2D game. Yeah.
It is sad, Saboteur. Because that's a whole genre of games I really can't play.
Yeah. I mean, I liked playing Halo. My only thing is I just get killed. That's when I'm playing first person shooters, I'm not as aware as I should be. Because again, I have to go like this. And I'm turning like this and there's red, you know, signifying I'm getting shot. And I'm like, where the hell are you? I just don't like it because it's not real. I should be able to whip my head around this way while I got my gun over here and not have to worry about it.
When Fortnite came out on the Switch, I tried playing that and I was never able to kill anyone. I just can't work the gun with the controller. I have to have motion control like on Splatoon. And they did add that, and I tried it, and it's like it just I don't know. It didn't work very well. It didn't work as good for me as Splatoon. But I mean that's not a first person shooter. But I just get destroyed in that game. I can't shoot anyone, but everyone can kill me. The best I ever did, I think I came in like 5th one game, but that's because I went and I just hid. I tried hiding as long as I could, hoping maybe at the end maybe I could finally kill somebody. If I get down to the final 2, maybe I could kill them. But
right. Yeah, I'm that way with sniping and all that stuff. I'm not a great sniper. You know, I'm always just trying to get it right on the mark, and I'm always like whoop boop whoop boop, and it's like pew pew pew. I'm like the guy who hates the cans.
He hates those cans. Yeah, I want to try a VR shooter once. I mean, my son has an Oculus Quest 2. So I want to try that. I haven't even tried his headset at all yet. So I would like to try it and see.
Yeah. And you know, that's it. Yeah, I guess see, because then you'd be able to move. Yeah, if your hands they could stay here.
Yeah.
You know, if you know something's coming this way I just want to look over here. Let me keep my gun here and let me look over that way just a skosh, you know, because like you said, peripheral vision. So I know I've got plenty, even if I just turn my head this way.
Well, here, Eep's saying in VR you can run one way, look another, and shoot, and you got a third direction. Now that is what I'm talking about right there.
That's exactly
that sounds awesome. I wonder if I would like that. I might like that.
Yeah, because don't think there wouldn't come a time if I had an automatic weapon, like in a science fiction flick or whatever, that I am not hauling ass that way while I'm like, pew, 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 pew. Well, like Han Solo in Star Wars, running down that corridor, man. He was just had that laser pistol back. And he's like, pew, 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 pew. And it's just like, I don't care. I'm just going to keep lasers going down that hallway.
You know what first-person games I can play no problem are like House of the Dead. You know?
Yeah.
It's a rail shooter. You're just moving, and they keep you moving. I can play those just fine. They don't bother me.
Yeah.
And why that is, I don't. I think it's just the movement. I really think that's the problem with me is the character movement. And I also can't take jumping in first-person games where you just see like your hands kind of go.
Yeah.
And it's so slow. I was like, whoa.
I know. Is there something wrong with gravity here? Just, you know, it should be like, you know, boom, there, you did it. Oh, man.
Oh, shoot. We fit the end of the.
Yep.
Papa Pete. Says,
look at him.
Well, this was awesome. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
That's how I am getting sick. Yeah, we'll be back with a Nintendo show tomorrow. It'll be all Nintendo talk.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll have, I even have a unboxing to do.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, it showed up today, but I wanted to save it. So, and I will have played this.
Oh, you got that.
Yep. I'm going to check it out from the library. So,
I love that game. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw that in my Switch and get into that. So, yeah.
No problem, Eep.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, there it is. Our
Howard
Hessman. And Jeff's girlfriend, and mine.
Eep says Captain Toad is great. I agree. It is a tremendous game.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Papa Pete said go, then he said game, and then he said night, guys. We're missing gone, Pete. Come on.
It's, you know what, that's his Biff Tannen moment. Gotta make like a tree and get out of here. Go game night, guys. That's not it. That's not your line. Oh man.
I wonder if Pete went to bed.
Well, thanks, Lance. Did you see that? Lance said my unboxings are legendary.
Yes.
Or maybe boring, one of the two.
Maybe there'll be some 3.5-inch floppies in there we can look at.
One can only hope. Maybe a jazz drive.
Maybe a SCSI cable. Gone.
All right. Well, we got a video.
We'll
re-show Pete's video at the end here.
I learned some sign language. I was looking up. It was go.
All right.
Go. I didn't learn gone yet. So.
Yeah, probably this.
That's all I know.
Go.
All right. We will.
I think that's great. We're going to have to animate that, you realize.
I know.
I know.
All right. Thanks, guys. Come back tomorrow. We'll be talking Nintendo.
Take care. I'm getting ready for another snow day.
Excellent. Boom.